What's good, my boy? Splash here. In today's video, we will be doing the shooting guard tier list. So honestly, let's get straight into it. First, we got Jack Marin. Jack Marin is going to be the first person to touch the A tier. Jack Marin has 90 interior, Curry escape, which is sadly the best escape on the game, even though you can't dribble on this game anyways because the movement is too slow. 90 interior is probably the main reason, but he's left-handed, can score the ball. I think his only flaw is the fact he doesn't actually have a real fade. He has basic fade, but the fact he can put the ball on the ground, can get a stop off the switch, is 6'6", and is also left-handed is the reason he will be making A tier. I think he's probably like a top 3 shooting guard on the game, honestly. Like, if you really want to put him there just because of how good his defensive intensity is. Next, we got Dr. J. This may be the only person to touch S tier because I don't even think it's no other card on the game. Shooting guard-wise, period, that can score the way he can. He can also guard the ball. He has a 97 driving and an 85 standing dunk, so he can slash at will. He's probably the only card in competitive gameplay right now that you can count on every single play, and he's probably going to score the ball for you unless you miss wide open. If he actually had real dribble moves or any good dribble sigs because they refuse to give him to any card, even though the movement is already bad enough, he probably would average 55 points. But outside of that, I mean, Dr. J just got it. I think he's S tier. I just think he's the epitome of what you want at your shooting guard position right now. If you can find a way to get him, I think he will be on your team for a very long time, especially with the way that they're dropping cards. Next, we got B-Mill. B-Mill is going to go into the B tier. I know it's small. It's a lot of ads on the screen, so y'all going to have to use your eyes anyways, because I think even if I zooming in on one, it's going to, yeah, I don't know, all that's in the way and stuff. You know, I'm going to just keep it a little smaller. But, B-Mill can score the ball very well. He's a really good secondary ball handler. As long as you can find somebody who you're going to count on to score the ball almost every play, B-Mill can go out there and give you a good 12 plus points, which is needed because, I mean, you probably averaging 45 this year anyways. The reason Jack Marin is over him, even though I like B-Mill more, is because Jack Marin, once again, has 90 interior and can almost go guard the ball. Next, we got Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan will also go into B tier. I just think his custom is just bad. Like, he just shoots so bad. He can slash, but I don't even think he's the best person to come out of Ironclad. I think he's the 3rd best card to even come out of the Ironclad set. They usually don't do Michael Jordan this bad, and they also usually don't drop him like this early either. They dropped him like right away, and his card just was not nothing to write home about. So that's just that. Next, we got Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is probably going to be the closest to S tier. Scottie Pippen is an amazing defender. You see him on the court, you're already aggravated. He has Pro 2. Pro 2ers automatically go B and up unless it's just you just can't play that card. I think fading is probably the best way to play offense with how overpowered on-ball defense is because of the input delay. Once you get touched, it cancels your animations. Sometimes your shot's slowing down, etc. You can just go run and fade. As long as you can make it, you can just go run and fade. And I think Scottie Pippen is what you want at that position. And in total, next you got Grant Hill. Grant Hill's gonna go in like C tier. Not the best scorer. He's a really good slasher. Not just the best defender. He's just kind of would be there. I just think he's just decent. You feel me? If you put him at the 2, I think he's just decent. Next we got ML Carr. ML Carr also going C. I just think he's just a good defender. I don't think you're counting on him to do anything but stand there and shoot wide open. He's not going out there to get you his own bucket or anything. I just think it's one of those cards. You put him there, it's okay. You feel me? Next we got Jay Rich. Jay Rich has a 99 driving dunk, and I think dunk is the most important statistic on the court as of right now. He also has Pro Fade, which is probably the 2nd best fade in the game mode right now. So I think Jason Richardson will be going into the B tier. Next we got Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin will also be going into the B tier. I think he's just a good defender. I think anybody whose 3 is above 95 is almost needed because you start missing open after you shoot too many 3s, and you need your 3 to be as high as possible if you can sacrifice that over drive and dunk. You feel me? So like, I feel like Chris Mullin is what you would want at the shooting guard position, especially if you can't go get a Dr. J or something, and maybe you just want to score through your point guard and have somebody who you know is going to hit every shot. Next, we got Paul George. Paul George would be S, but like I said, Dr. J is so many levels above the rest of the shooting guards on the game that not even Paul George is near him. I think Paul George is amazing. Statistically, I think he's better than Julius Erving. Statistically, I think he's almost a dark matter card. I'm talking about Paul George, by the way. Amazing defensively. He's had the same jump shot for God knows how long. He can put the ball on the ground somewhat, and he also has 95 plus drive and dunk. It's amazing. It's just You can't put Paul George at the 2 and have him score every possession. You can do that with Dr. J. And since you can do that with Dr. J, that's why Dr. J is that much better than Paul George. Jimmy Butler is going to be the end of the A tier just because of how good his defense is. I think if he had Pro 2, he would literally be Scottie Pippen with some better dribble moves. I mean, you know, it's not really much more to like say on that. They're honestly pretty close, but I would prefer the Pro Tour. Ricky Pierce is just going to go in D tier. Let's grow up. You know, let's just grow up. Next, we got Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to put Andrew Wiggins into... Honestly, I'll put him into the end of A tier. I know a lot of people need cheaper cards that can compete with the better cards. Andrew Wiggins is 6'8 plus. That's really big at the shooting guard position. I think you can really make you a really big lineup if you put Wiggins is. All around statistics as a whole, 90 driving dunk, 80 on the defensive end. I think he's just like, you put him there and you don't expect too much, but he gets the job done. He gets the job done, and that's really all you can ask for at the shooting guard position as of right now. Next, we got Isaiah Ryder. Isaiah Ryder will be the end of B tier. I just think he's too short. I honestly think he's better than Michael Jordan because I think anybody with LeBron base or LeBron animations is juiced on this game. But, you know, Isaiah Ryder is just really short, so I probably doubt you put him in the game. Next, we got Doug West. Doug West is going to be in C tier. Lightning quick jump shot. That's it. Literally. If he could play the point guard position, maybe he would be a little bit better, but I just think, and he ugly on the court too because he bald. It's only like 2 bald people with aura on this game, but yeah, I'll just put him in the C tier. Next we got Drazen. Drazen's gonna go in B tier. They changed Drazen's jump shot. I actually had him in my lineup once upon a time. Drazen's shot is like just lightning fast. He just give me basically what Chris Mullin would, but he's right-handed. You know. That's basically it. Albert King. Albert King is only looked at for you to lock in 10 of him so you can get the Diamond Hidden Gem. I don't think it's a card you're looking to put on the court in any way, shape, or form. I don't even think he has SIGs yet. I think he's just default swinged out. So we're just going to put him in completely decent. Next, we got Latrell Sprewell. I think Latrell Sprewell is a B shooting guard. Shooting guard is a position where I think you can put a bunch of people as long as they got 90 driving dunk and 85 plus on defense. You know? So I think Latrell fits that. I think he's decent. Raja Bell. Raja Bell is going to go into the top of B tier. If Raja Bell had a real jump shot, I would put him right next to Scottie Pippen because he does have the Pro 2 later. Raja Bell just has the default swing jump shot, and it's not sped up or anything. So, but I do think Raja Bell still scores the ball really well just by running and fading. I just won't put him in A because he doesn't even have a real jump shot. Next, you got DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is going to go in the back of B as well. Just decent. If you don't look to like spam your threes and you use him how he's supposed to be used, he's really good. If you shoot your middies, take your standing dunks, etc., I think he's really good. I just think the fact that he has a 67-3 is putting him a little bit lower, but I think he's better than everybody in C tier. Manu Ginobili is the worst card on this list. I will not be saying anything further. Desmond Mason will just go in the C tier. 95 plus drive and dunk. I mean, he's not really giving you anything else, but at least he has high drive and dunk. Next we got Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver will go into the C tier just because he's not the best defensively, and it's not like last year where you can just throw Kyle Korver in the game and just shoot the ball and it's going to be green no matter what the contest says. Kyle Korver is kind of just going to be here this time. He's not even the best defender anymore, and he can't just shoot over everybody anymore, so he's kind of lost his aura. Bradley Beal is going to go in the back of C tier as well. Needs to be able to play point guard. Shooting guard isn't the position for him on this game right now, and that's just basically all you're going to say, honestly. Next we got B. Roy. I think B. Roy will go into B tier. I think B. Roy's good. I just think he got no D. Like, I honestly think he's really good. I think he just doesn't have any defense, honestly. I think he's good. He just doesn't have any defense. Next we got Anthony Parker. Anthony Parker will go into the tip of the C. I don't think he's that bad. I think he was probably one of the best cards when the game mode first came out, but I think outside of his jump shot being crispy, he doesn't really give you anything else on the floor. At least Brandon Roy, statistically, even though his stats aren't the best, he'll still go out there and play some form of defense, you feel me? So, that's that. Next, we got T-Mac. T-Mac's going to go into A tier. The reason T-Mac is going to go into A tier, after the first patch, before the patch dropped, T-Mac was probably the worst level 40 we've ever got that wasn't a point guard, just because his shot was too slow and it always got contested. When the patch dropped, it allowed Tracy McGrady to shoot over the top of everybody because they ruined the contest system. T-Mac became a liable option, especially with the fact that he has 97 driving dunk. The only flaw to T-Mac is the fact that you can't rhythm shoot with his jump shot if you're on release. And I think that's the only really flaw with him. His shot could be a little bit quicker, but he's allowed to shoot over the top of people sometimes if they're not there at the release point. Next we got Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield will just go into the tip of the C. I just think he's black Kyle Korver in this game. KCP is going to go in B. Amazing 3-and-D defender. Good jump shot. You're not looking at much more. I honestly would put him higher if you didn't have to grind 16.5 hours to get him. Next, we got Richard Hamilton. Richard Hamilton will also go into the tip of C. Could be better. Could be worse. I think he's just decent, you know? Especially with him being a shooting guard with those stats and not being able to score the ball at will. Honestly, I think he does have Pro 2. Actually, he'll go and B just because I think he does have Pro 2. Could be better, though. Next, we got Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is probably going to go into the A tier just with the fact that somehow he puts the ball in the hoop, and I don't know how. He's like Chris Mullin. If Chris Mullin had upgraded D stats, a few Hall of Fame D badges, and still could score the way he could because his 3 was high. I think Klay Thompson is at the back pinnacle of A, and I think Corey Maggette is at the front pinnacle of B just because he can fade. He got a little bit of aura, you know, on the court. Also has 90+ driving dunk. So any questions that you guys may have below, make sure you drop them down below so I can answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. My bad, it was so small. I don't know why so many ads on this on this website now. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stop by the Twitch Splash. Stop by the Twitter Splash Edition. Turn on notice. Comment on any of my posts or DM me with any questions you may have, and drop down below other videos you want to see. I love every single one of y'all. Make sure you have a blessed day. I'm out. Peace.